Let's talk to Steve Dennis, Virgin Radio presenter and showbiz know-it-all. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I have to say, it's not impacted me much, this strike.
No, it hasn't for us, but it has in America. All those late night TV shows have all been cancelled for 5 months. This is one of the longest strikes to affect the Hollywood community in decades.
And it's going on at the same time as an actor strike as well.
Yes,
a lot of high-profile actors. That actor strike is still ongoing. But we were told that there was a tentative deal that's been struck. What does that mean?
It means that it's all but been signed. So they reckon it could be signed in the next 24 hours. That means all these television shows that have stopped in the last few months could be back on air. They reckon tomorrow night the Jimmy Fallon show could be broadcast again.
So what were they on strike about?
They're on strike about there's a number of issues, one of which is if these TV shows get put on streaming platforms, the writers don't get much money. And also if shows are repeated, they don't get many rights either. So there's that. There's also the AI problem where you can just create content without writers being involved.
So
and they're saying it's not fair.
So
we're
there's
not
sort of guarantee you're not going to use AI, but again, I can see a point when that does happen.
It's a murky water.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of the streaming issue, I mean, that's been an issue for artists on Spotify and the like, and, you know, the likes of Taylor Swift, you're holding out before she agreed and did a deal, and she'll get a load of money, but most artists get nothing, which is why pretty much all their money now is being made on tour rather than from sales of records. Whereas in my day, you know, you saved up, you know, I remember my first single, you know, 79 pence, I had to save up 2 weeks pocket money to go in, and you know, artists made their money selling records.
Exactly that, you know, and remember, lots of these actors are still on strike. So I was chatting to Graham Norton last week. He said, well, I've got a TV show coming up in a couple of weeks. We have no guests.
No one's being booked.
No directors, no actors. That's still rumbling on. I told him we're free.
The actors are normally the most boring people on the shows anyway. They always get a good comedian on. I just find it fascinating because the writing is the crucial thing. A lot of us, they would feel that a lot of the writing is pretty poor quality in a lot of shows these days. I mean, I'm often tweeting out going, can anyone suggest anything worth watching in terms of, you know, a drama anymore?
Yeah, well, it's kind of, if you look at Netflix, lots of new shows have been stopped. They're kind of bringing up shows from years ago and putting movies that were made. Well, very good ones. The other thing to mention is that lots of other people, like carpenters, people who work on the sets, camera people, they're all out of work as well. So it's really affecting people who don't earn a lot of money and also
freelance as well. Well, look, I suppose it would be good news for all of us if this goes back, and I'm all in for people getting paid. You know, the studios are still making the money, the streaming services are, the people who produce the actual content, which is what we actually want, should get the money themselves. Great to talk to you. Thank you for that update.